your roof. It's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill on this Monday. Got to hear from Coach Heupel and a couple of players. Brent, it's clear this team's kind of beat up heading into this game with Vanderbilt. He said he hopes to have Gerald Mincy and John Campbell back this week. Said Spraggins is out. He'll miss the rest of the year. He's going to have knee surgery. And then in the back end, he offered a little bit of hope. He said that the most questionable was Wesley Walker. Wesley Walker's not playing.
No, I mean, they're beat up. I think the biggest question right now is going to be what do they do at that guard spot? It was Jackson Lampley who stepped in there. Will it be Jackson Lampley? Will they rotate at that guard spot opposite of Ollie Lane? What does that look like this week? We know Andre Kurik's out. We know Javante Spraggins is out. So now you're talking about Addison Nichols. You're talking about Jackson Lampley. And that's kind of where you are at the guard spot right now. So the question becomes, what does that position look like on the offensive line? And then we'll see, where Gerald Mincy is. Where's Dane Davis? He got banged up a little bit. John Campbell was whatever John Campbell's dealing with at this point. So we'll see. It'll be a patchwork line this week, and it'll be patchwork in the secondary again. It's a Vanderbilt team that's not done a lot of things well, but they're going to play well early. Tennessee's got to get settled into the game. They got to get through the senior day festivities and get ready to go play.
Yeah, that is the one thing about Vanderbilt is they've had 2 weeks to prepare. They were off this past week. I know they're not very good. They've not won a lot of games. But anytime you give somebody 2 weeks to prepare for something, they're going to deliver the best game plan they can deliver.
Well, no doubt. And here's the thing, defensively, from a structure standpoint, I think Tennessee is going to continue to see three-man fronts on the defensive line until they show they can run the football effectively against it. Florida was in a lot of three-man looks. Tennessee had 100 yards. Missouri was in three-man looks. Tennessee didn't have 100 yards. Georgia was in a lot of three-man looks. Take the 75-yard run out of the game. They didn't have 100 yards. So Tennessee's got to be able to handle that when teams junk up the box. It looks like a light box. Is it light? Is it heavy? What's that picture look like for those offensive linemen, particularly with a makeshift group? Tennessee should be able to run the football. They did a year ago against Vanderbilt. They've got to run the football in this game for sure to get back on track to where they want to go offensively.
I asked Coach Heupel about the players, the 18 or 20 so players that could come back. They have a COVID year, have an extra year of eligibility. They're mostly going to go through senior day, on Saturday, and then make a decision. But how do you balance that? Rick Barnes had to do that last year with Santi and just had Jordan James. Coach Heupel's having to do it on a much bigger, broad scope. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles all that.
Well, look at the calendar. Let's take the ceremonial part out of it. Whether they run through the T, don't run through the T. Let's just look at the calendar where you're at. You got 18 to 20 guys, as you mentioned. They're going to play a final regular season game. Coach Heupel's got to go on the road and in-home visit and recruit and close out the class that he's working on right now with the Jordan Seatons and all these people they're trying to close with, plus hold on to what you've got. The portal's going to open in 2 weeks. Who's leaving? Who's staying? You need to know because you got to go recruit guys because the window is tight there. I mean, this is a really condensed time with the makeup of your football team taking great shape for next season. So it's an interesting balancing act for head coaches and CEOs here, that not just this week, but over the course of the next couple of weeks, because it'll dictate largely what Tennessee is going to look like going into next season.
He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price, the Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill.